The full process of creating content. In this video I want to go through the whole process if you're struggling with it, on how to create the best content within your industry. I'm going to go through the whole process that I go through, that my clients go through to create some of the best content within their industry, and I'm going to go through it all. I'm not going to hold back on this. By the end of this video you should know how to create content, the full process. You won't have any really questions anymore about how to actually create content, because I know when you start your journey on content creation, you're like, what do I do here? What do I do here? What do I do here? Is there a certain method that I need to do? But there's no certain method. It's just I'm going to run you through the full process of what I do and what my clients do, and I'll just show you some social proof on the screen that I know what I'm speaking about when it comes to content creation in general. Okay, and before we get into it, as a lawyer / law firm, or just business in general, you need some sort of personal brand. It builds up social proof, so you're posting content, you're giving value, it's social proof. Your ideal clients are on social media, and if you're not on there, you're missing an opportunity of getting their attention, and they won't invest into you as a person if you're not in front of their face 24/7. So that's why you really need a personal brand as a business or law firm lawyer in general. So anyway, let's just get straight into it. So number one is the ideation process, of course. So before you have content, before you post content, you need ideas on what to post about, and that's really important, otherwise you won't be able to create content. And I actually know for a fact, because most people I work with, they struggle with this. It's never been a struggle for me. I always have ideas, but for most people I work with, they actually struggle with the content ideation process. But I'm going to go through quickly 3 ways on how to come up with content ideas. It's really simple, and by the end of that you'll just have content ideas coming out your brain, and not coming out your brain, you're going to have to go research and everything like that, but you should have a way, or 3 ways to come up with content ideas. So number one is researching your industry. And what you need to realize about content in general, if you look around and really take a look, most of these content ideas that people are posting, they're taken from other people's content, but they've added their own unique spin to it, and it's completely fine to do that. Like, people think, oh, I don't want to copy people's ideas. You don't need to actually fully copy their idea. You can take their idea and then simply add your own unique spin to it, and that's what most people do, and that's what you should do as well. So number one is researching your industry. You can do this with anything. You can go on Instagram, search up your industry. You can go to your favorite top 3 creators within your industry and go look at their content and write stuff down, and then go from there, add your own unique spin to it. You can even go to TikTok and search in the search bar your industry, and then again look at the content from there. Okay, the next way is using your expertise as leverage. So as a business, a lawyer, law firm, you should have the expertise, so you should have content ideas coming out of your brain. As I said, I do. That's because I know quite a lot about content in general, so that's why I always have ideas, because I know about it. Okay, and I'm not saying I'm an expert in content, but I'm saying I've been doing it for quite a long time now, and I know what I'm speaking about when it comes to content in general. But as you as an expert within your industry, you should know a lot about your industry, so you should have content ideas. So just use your expertise as leverage. I think most people think they can't do that, and they're just like, oh, everyone knows this, but most people actually don't know what you know, because they're not in your industry. Okay, so speak about those kind of things, and trust me, they relate to that idea, and they actually want to know about those things. So most of the time you actually think that they know everything about it, but they generally don't. So just use your expertise as leverage, and I guarantee people will like those content ideas. Okay, and finally is using ChatGPT as leverage, and I'm going to quickly show you a prompt that I put into ChatGPT to come up with a load of content ideas, but I'm going to leave the prompt in the description where you can just copy and paste it. So this is the prompt that you're going to implement, but it will allow you to come up with a load of content ideas. It literally gives you questions, and then you just answer those questions, and that's the idea. So this is kind of the prompt, but I'm going to leave it in the description so you can just copy and paste it. I'm not going to go through this in detail because it would be too long to go through, but it's just a simple prompt, and what it does is It gives you a load of growth content, it gives you authority content, it gives you personal content ideas. So it gives you a load, and then you can ask for more, and it gives you even more. Okay, so this is another way to come up with content ideas, which is using ChatGPT as leverage. Just copy and paste the prompt in here, press enter, and boom, it will give you those ideas. Okay, so now you have your content ideas. You don't need to worry about content ideas again. You have those 3 ways to come up with content ideas. You have to put those content ideas in motion, and you have to put them together. So next is scripting your content, and I like to say scripting your content because I'm actually against scripting of content, because I used to script my content. I used to script for clients' content, and then I looked at one of their videos one day. I was like, that sounds nothing like them. It sounds familiar though, and I was like, of course, because I'm the one scripting it. Okay, so it sounded like me, and to have a one-of-one personal brand, you need to stand out and you need to be you. And so that's why I stopped scripting content for clients. And then I looked at my own scripting when I was filming videos as well, and I was like, that just sounds robotic. Okay, so I stopped scripting altogether, and what I do now is I write the hook of the video. So the hook is the most important part of your video. Just to make that clear, you need to hook your audience in within the first 3 seconds, and then the rest of the video, what I do is put bullet points below. So I script the hook, make sure I script the hook, then put bullet points below so I can look back at my piece of paper or my Notion docs and just go off the top of my head, and it makes it much more raw and authentic, and people relate to it more. Okay, and don't worry about making mistakes in your videos. You can cut it out in the editing process, which I'm going to go through. Okay, and just realize the hook is the most important part, so make sure you focus on that. The first 3 seconds of your videos, just really focus in on that, because it's the most 100% the most important part. And there's loads of hooks that I want to go through. I'll make a completely different video about it, but the hook is 100% the most important part of your video, so focus in on that part. So that's the scripting process. Not really a scripting process. I'll literally show you right now what I have, because I have a Notion docs, and you should 100% have one of these, which again I will leave in the description. And it's basically a content dashboard, and this content dashboard gives you everything: note-taking, feedback, content ideation, checklist, client persona, theme, social media analytics, content performance tracker, monthly schedule, and then a whole YouTube system and Instagram system where you can put it in node status, idea, scripting, ready to film, sent to editors, and then posted. Okay, and this is just a whole system where you can come in here and click on one of these and then script your content. Okay, look at an inspiration, where it's from, and boom, really as simple as that. Okay, and then let's just say, for example, it gets edited. You just have your Google Drive where you look in your unedited and edited folder, you go in there and find your edited videos. Okay, really as simple as that, and that's what you should have when you're scripting your content, because it's really important to have it all in one place, so you don't have to be muddled about. Okay, so next is filming your content. And what I like to do, and what my clients like to do, is pick one day out of the month, and sometimes I even hop on the calls with clients to film the content, to like make sure they're doing everything right, make sure they're saying certain things right, etc. But what we do is we batch all content, because what I do is I create the ideas for them, and they just have to script it like I said, the structure that I just went through, and they just have to film, and that takes literally 1 hour, because it's 30 videos a month, short form videos, and it takes an hour to film. That's all. So what I would suggest doing is batching your content, taking 1 day out of your month to ideate, the same day to script, the next day to film. Okay, and then you can send them to your editors, or send them to the agency that you work with, and they take care of the rest. Or if your agency is doing ideation and everything like that for you, that's completely fine. All you have to do is film for 1 hour a month, literally. Okay, so I suggest 100% batching all of your content, so you don't have to think about every single day. You're just like, oh, I've got to film today, or I've got to edit today. Choose one day and do it. Okay, and that's how I do it, that's how my clients do it, and it works like a treat. Okay, also I see some people speak about doing every week, but still I feel like that's just something on your mind all week. You're like, oh, I've got to film this, I've got to remember to do that. So just take 1 day out of your month, 1 day or even 2 days, whatever, to film, to ideate and everything like that, and dedicate those 2 days to that thing. Okay, and it doesn't take too long either. The filming takes an hour, ideation will take the longest process, and the editing, if you edit yourself, that will take a long time, so I don't suggest doing that. But anyway, that's what I would do if I were you. Just take 1 day out of your month and batch film. And for YouTube it's different. For me, I just film every day on YouTube. But if you've even started YouTube yet, I would suggest just taking, again, you can do that every week. So YouTube every week, short form every month, so it's out the way. Okay, and what's really important when it comes to filming is the lighting. So I have a light over and above me, facing over and above me at a 45-degree angle. I have a light behind me. It's a bit different when I'm filming short form videos. So as you can see, the light behind me is a bit different. I normally face the other way and film short form videos, but you need good lighting. You need at least one like big lighting kit facing over and above you, one LED light behind you to make it look nice, and that's supposed to be your brand color. Okay, so make sure that is your brand color, the one behind you, and make sure you have a microphone. What I have, I'm not using it right now because I'm filming YouTube on my computer on my MacBook, and it's all right, it's decent quality mic anyway on my MacBook. But what I have for short form is a Kamika mic, so I highly suggest that. I'll put it on the screen. It's not too bad. It's around £70. But yeah, I would definitely suggest getting a mic. Makes your video sound so much more quality. Okay, and the quality of your videos represents your personal brand, which represents your business or law firm. Okay, or just you in general. Okay, and finally is what you film with. Okay, so I film with my iPhone. Really simple, but you can film with a camera if you like. That will make the quality even better. But if you are using iPhone, just make sure you go to settings, go to camera, go to record video, and set it at 4K at 24 frames per second. Back out, go to formats and click on most compatible, and also just make sure you film with the back camera. If you're using your iPhone, it just makes it look so much more quality, and that's the settings you just changed. If you followed what I just went through, that would change the back camera settings. Front camera, it just makes it all look pixely, so just don't film with the front camera. Okay, but if you're using a camera, I'm not going to talk about that because I haven't used the camera, so you can just work that out yourself, but cameras in general are fine, okay, if you have one. And what I see the biggest mistake with people filming content is they try to be someone they're not when filming content. So what I would do if I was you, just be yourself. Okay, forget there's a camera there. I know it's hard to do that, but just forget there's a camera there. Or another hack that I used to do is just make sure I say to myself, I'm not going to post this video, and then I think to myself, oh, I'm not going to post it, no one's going to see it, so I could just stop being myself. And it makes you more than likely be yourself, and then after you could just be like, okay, let's post it. Okay, I know that's kind of hard to like mentally think about, oh, I'm not going to post this and then I am going to post it, but just try and do that, try it out, see how it works for you, and just be natural on camera. Okay, don't try and be someone you're not on camera. It just doesn't work out. And people can see straight through you. Okay, and most importantly, do not worry about making mistakes, because that comes with the next part, which is editing. You can edit all those mistakes out. So for example, in this video you won't see, but I've edited most of my mistakes out. So for like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, I was looking at my script and what I done is I edited it out. So you don't have to worry about making mistakes, because you can literally edit it out, and I'm going to go through the editing process now. Okay, but I'm not going to show you how to edit because my editors do that for me. Okay, so number 4 is the editing process. Okay, and this is super important, because the quality of your videos represents your personal brand, which represents your business. So you want to stand out, especially with short form. You want to stand out, and you can't stand out with the same as everyone else. You see all these lawyers, law firms, just businesses with the same quality editing, and that's why they don't stand out. Okay, you need a tailored editing style towards your brand, and what we do is we tailor an editing style towards each and every one of our clients, so they actually stand out within the industry, so they're seen as a trusted authority, and so people actually want to watch their content. It hooks them in and they want to watch longer. Okay, and let me just show you some of our that we edit for clients. I'll show you 2. One's a coach and one's a lawyer. This is Andrew. He owns a law firm. Funny enough, he just posted
settlement. Many people don't realize that the insurance companies are undervaluing their personal injury claim. Here are 3 tips to maximize your settlements. Number 1, document everything. This includes photographs, medical records, videos, everything that you have related to the crash that can prove your injuries, make sure to hold on to. Number 2, don't rush to settle. Insurance companies profit from early settlements where the victims don't know the full value of their case. Number 3, hire a skilled personal injury attorney who is willing to take your case.
So as you can tell, amazing quality. And also, let me just show you the coaches, Steven. And we got him to 109k followers, which is insane. But anyway, let me show you one of his. Let me just show you, might as well show you this one.
I pay $50,000 in monthly rents for my Airbnbs and still profit multiple 6 figures. How do I do this? This is called Airbnb arbitrage. And the idea is you go and rent an apartment or a house and you put it on Airbnb. If your rent is $2,000 a month, you want to make sure that you can profit some money. So you want to make sure that you're making about $3,500 a month from that unit so you can profit about $1,500 for that same property. This means that if you're profiting $1,500 per unit and let's say you're making $18,000 in net revenue from that one unit, how many Airbnb units do you need to replace?
So as you can see, again, amazing quality, but we tailor it towards their brand. So as you can tell, Andrew's one was different to Steve's, and that's because they have a completely different brand. Okay, so it's tailored towards their brand. So you need a tailored editing style towards your brand, and I will maybe eventually make a video. I'll get one of my editors to run you through a tutorial about how to edit. I know that will be valuable, but most of the time, if you're a lawyer, law firm, which is business, you don't have the time to do that. So you need to hire someone, or you need to hire an agency to do everything for you. Book a call down below if you're interested in that. But yeah, you don't have the time to do it, so you do need to hire someone if you don't want to learn it yourself, because it does take a load of time. Okay, but yeah, that's editing. You need a tailored editing style towards your brand so you stand out. You need high quality videos because it represents your brand, which represents your business. And yeah, that's the editing. Next, you've done everything, is the posting. Okay, so for posting, I like to schedule content, and most of you have been told that scheduling actually affects views and everything like that, but it doesn't. It only affects views if you use third-party scheduling tools. So what we normally post on is Instagram, and what we use to schedule these videos out is the Meta Business Suite, because it's connected to Instagram. Okay, it's literally Meta. So yeah, what I suggest doing is actually scheduling your videos out on Meta Business Suite, and this saves you time again if you don't have someone posting for you. And it will just be scheduled out, so every month you can schedule your videos out, or as they come to you, you can schedule them out. So let's just say you have an agency, they send you videos every day, but sometimes they send you 2, sometimes they send you 3 or 4 at a time because they edit in a batch. Then you can schedule them out, and I'm just going to quickly show you how to schedule them. So what you're going to do is go to business.facebook.com so Meta Business Suite basically, and you're going to go down to this here, so planner, and then you're going to create schedule, and then create reel if you're posting reels, which I hope you are, and then add video. You're going to add a video. I don't really want to do that. And then you're going to go caption reel, put a caption in. The only thing I say about posting is really it has to be SEO optimized. So think of keywords within your industry that people would search up to find out about your industry and put them in. So for example, for me, it would be content marketing, be social media marketing, content creation, leads, for example. So just think of keywords and put them in the description. And then there's kind of like 9 hashtags that I would use. 3 of them are just speaking of 3 of them are going to be about the topic of your video. For me, for example, content marketing, social media marketing, and personal brand. 3 would be who you're trying to reach. So for me, it would be lawyers, law firms, and online businesses. So I could put those 3 as well. And 3 would just be 3 more of those hashtags would just be things that you think your ideal client are going to search up to find out about your videos, if that makes sense. So for me, it could be something like content strategy, personal brand strategy, how to get views, for example, or how to go viral, whatever. Okay, and you're going to put them down below. You can press on hashtag and boom. Then you're going to go next, and it's just going to go to, let me just add a video so I can actually show you how this works. So guys, the video messed up. I left the video on and left the sound on, so I'm going to show you how to schedule it. So what you're going to do is go to planner, you're going to go to schedule again, schedule reel, schedule, create reel, then add a video. Let me see.
Here are
Make sure that's off because that's what went wrong last time. And let me just wait for it to upload. And why the camera's not on, because it's quite like it's dark where I'm at right now, so I didn't want to put my face cam on. But anyway, let's wait for it to load, and then what we'll do is, what you can do while it's loading is just put your caption in, put the 9 hashtags that I spoke about, and then what you can do is, after it's loaded, when it loads, you can press next. Okay, then you're going to press next again, and what you're going to do is make sure you go to schedule, don't share now, schedule, put the time in, put the time that you want to post in. What you can do is go to Instagram and then go to analytics, scroll down to your followers and see when most people are online. You're going to have to post, so when the majority is online, you can post 40 minutes before that time, and it will let the algorithm do its thing. And yeah, that's literally it. All you have to do now is press public, make sure it's on public, and press schedule, and that's literally how to do it. Yeah, I hope you guys got some value from this video. If you're a lawyer, law firm, or business, and you want to learn about a system that will allow you to build a one-of-one personal brand, get high quality leads every single month, check out the 2 links in the description. There's an hour training and another 30-minute training. And yeah, subscribe if you're a lawyer, law firm, or business, because I create content like this every day. Thanks guys for watching, appreciate it. And that's the full process really to creating content.